FHO is a lifestyle, a movement, grown folks business. It's your boy, Big Cell, FHO's HNIC, Mr. Him Be Everywhere. FHO is a lifestyle, a movement, grown folks business.
Damn. It's Big Cell. What that mouth do besides tell the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.
What up? I listening to my Uncle Big Cell in the FHO Radio.
Say, man.
Big Cell. You still keeping it 100. Well, keep hitting those asses with the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.
Say, man. Boy, oh boy, look at that. Check this out, man. I got a last-minute special engagement surprise for y'all. I got a person in the studio, man, that's going to share some with y'all, some of his life. And I'm gonna hit him with some questions though, because I know a little bit about him. You know what I'm saying? I know a little bit of the dark side. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into it, man, and we're gonna ask him about some of that, man. But I came back on this morning a little early. Actually, I got another show too at 1:00, and I want to introduce you guys to my man Big L. Big L is a person who I saw come on the set. A person who is very aggressive, and just aggressive by nature. He's from the streets, came on the set and got on this bike thing, man, and just kind of did his thing. And then he ended up having an accident to where he lost his ability to walk. So it is definitely my honor and my pleasure to have him on here. And we're going to talk about his struggle. We're going to talk about his journey, and we're going to talk about, how he feels and to see, people still riding and he can't ride anymore, and just different things like that, man. We're gonna talk about all that today on FHO Podcast Radio. But let me tell y'all something about how good God is. He's been showing y'all his struggle. He's been showing y'all that he has not given up, and he's been showing y'all that, he's trying to come back, and he's gonna come back. And they told him he'll never walk again, and already he's showing signs that he never listened to that and he never gave up. So it's to strengthen him that's making this whole thing, what it is, man. So what's going on, kiddo? Oh, hold on. Why does this thing keep kicking you off the board? Hold on 1 second. Hold on, L. I hope I don't have to hang you up and get you back on there. Hold on. Why you not on the board? Come on now. Why you not on the board? Hold on, L. Let me get you right. All right. No, see, that's what I was afraid. Say something, L.
What up, though, bro?
Okay, so no, that ain't gonna work. Hold on. Let me hang up. I'm gonna call you right back. Hold on, let me get him back on. There we go. Okay. Now we got you. Now we got you in stereo for whatever reason. It kicked you off. I guess while we were waiting.
Not a problem.
All right, so we back, man. So what's happening with you? Introduce yourself. Tell them who you are. And I'm gonna kind of take them back to your first story to earlier times, because a lot of people don't know you that may be watching. They don't really know you. They don't know your journey. They don't know your struggle. But we're gonna take them back a little bit. So introduce yourself first. Let's go there.
Yo, hello, good people. My name is Lamont Calhoun, a.k.a. Big L.
L, where you from? Where you born and raised at, L?
Born and raised in the Detroit, Michigan.
And I only asked you that because I want to explain to people, when you came on the set, very aggressively. You understand what I'm saying? But, no, I'm just keeping it. I mean, on some gangster shit. You've been on some gangster shit from day one. You came on the set, banging on and doing your thing. And a lot of people, believe it or not, they loved you, but they hated you. You understand what I'm saying? And they talk, but they couldn't tell you that into your face, of course. So they,
big facts right there.
So
there you go, sir. Already speaking the truth.
Hey, I'm just telling you 100, man. You know me, man. You already know how me and you get out. I've been encouraging you from day one, man. And off the camera, and we talk, as often as when I see you making them different strides and stuff. So I love you, brother. But so you came on the set very aggressively, but it's just your Detroit nature. It's just how y'all get out in Detroit, especially you being from the streets. Kind of give your history a little bit, and then we're gonna get into this other part.
Man, like Sal say, man, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, man, West Side. But I was able to rock on the East Side. I was rocking on any side of Detroit I wanted to rock on, because I knew how to respect people, and they also gave that respect back. Unfortunately, man, I made some bad decisions, bad choices in my life, and that brought me down the road of destruction. And man, the Lord has a way of humbling you, to say the least, So, but I stand here now, man, a better man than I'm a better man now sitting down in this chair the last 4.5 years than I've ever been standing up. So it's all been worth it, to believe it or not. Those that's ever went through something and had the courage to fight it and to try to be a better person afterwards will understand that. Other people, that they might not understand it because they never gave themselves they all and never wanted to be better.
That part. So when you first found out about Rare Breed, or how did you find out about Rare Breed?
Man, great question. I found out about Rare Breed, man. I had lost my son October 3rd of 2008. And there was some cats from Detroit, man. Lil D, Doc Warren, Big Warren. They rode motorcycles, man. And through all the street niggas I hung around in the streets, man, the ones that was really there for me after my son got killed was the motorcycle guys that I just mentioned. So they came to my house, man, 10 o'clock in the morning, man, getting me out the bed, cooking me breakfast in my own house. Just really being there for me, man. And this was during the winter months in Detroit. My son died in October. So they were coming in after October, November, December. And they was like, man, we got to get you on a bike, because they all rode bikes. And, they was like, we got to get you on a bike, man. We're going to take care of you the rest of it. We're going to take care of you. Long story short, they took me to a Harley-Davidson dealership. I bought a bike. And I started riding with these cats and some other cats from Detroit. And one guy named Harley D wanted to start a motorcycle club, and he wanted people to ride to California with him. So he picked me because he knew right after I got my bike, I didn't even know how to ride a Harley Davidson. And I learned how to ride in a couple weeks and left Detroit and went to New Orleans on the bike, on ground. So he picked me to be one of the guys that go to California. And when I got there and just was around the rest of a lot of the other Rare Breeds, I'm like, shit, this is where I need to be at right here. So that's how I became Rare Breed.
Yeah, and And the reason why he say this how I need to be right there, because when he went to LA, that's his element for real. That was his shit. He was with the business, man. You know what I'm talking about? And let me say this, L, is that, and I'm gonna see maybe if you agree. When you make that transition from the streets, coming from the streets, being a straight general the way you were, and then you come into a bike set where you got guys that you never met, but they showing you the love and they're trying to give you some structure and some guideline. Is that difficult for you? Because you always been the boss. You've always been, the general type of dude.
Well, hell yeah, it was difficult. And I probably should have been put out 2 days after I got my cut, or a day after I got my cut.
Yeah.
But thank God I wasn't. But it was like this. Let me just say this: joining Red Breed, man, one of the best things ever happened to Big L. Ever happened to Lamont Calhoun. Forget the Big L. I created Big L. My mother named me Lamont Calhoun. So the best thing that ever happened to Lamont Calhoun was joining the Red Breed Motorcycle Club, because it taught me how I can't be in control of everything. It taught me that I had to follow rules and regulations, whereas on the streets, I was my own boss. I never worked for nobody else. So I made the rules and regulations when I was involved with something. So it made me a better person, man. And I owe all them brothers, the brothers that came before me in Red Breed, I owe them all a debt, gratitude, man, because, man, like I'm a better person. Simple as that.
Would you also say too that, like, because I remember even on your trips, man, I would be laughing. We get the phone call, we get to the stops, they'd be like, man, so get this motherfucker, man. This motherfucker don't want to listen to nobody. This motherfucker want to ride how you want to ride. This motherfucker don't want to do information. And it was what it was, man. And it was so much fun, man, laughing with you, laughing at your crazy ass and just dealing with you. But those of us that knew you, we loved you, homie. We fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? We knew it was going to be a fight fucking with L. He going to argue about everything. He going to fuss. He going to fight. But he going to ride his motorcycle now. He going to do that. He going to ride his motorcycle. But it ain't going to be no goddamn easy breezy ass trip. But I said that to say this, man, is that you found your way. You end up finding your way. You end up having coming to terms with, like, you know what, hey, man, this is what I want to be a part of. And I had to change it. Like he said, y'all, he's not telling you no truth. He should have been kicked out 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 20 different times, man, from just trying to understand and put this thing together. And then the cool thing about the organization that you joined is they don't give a damn about your status.
Not at all, brother. Not at all.
So speak on that. Speak on how all that worked for you and how it made you feel.
Man, like I said, man, anybody that know me, man, and I'm not trying to glorify the streets. I know stretch of imagination, man. Like, I wish that I could take anybody that ever been part of the streets, man, and we can go back and redo it, because we all probably would be great friends if we never was involved with the streets, because the streets are, such a dirty game. But to answer your question, man, it's like, man, being involved with the streets and then having to conform to some rules that some other men that you don't even know, and then having to listen to them tell you, man, you got to stay in line, and we gassing and going. Where shit, you want to grab a bag of chips and something to drink and sit for a minute, because your butt hurt. You know what I'm saying? But you got men telling you, hey man, we gassing and going. So it was a rough start, man. And then, other things, but, it was all on me as a man. On, like, I had to conform, and I understood, like, to be part of a Red Breed Motorcycle Club, like, you got to be a rare person. As simple as that, man. And they don't care about how much money you got, how many followers you got. They don't care about your past history. It's all about following their rules and regulations, following the Constitution, the bylaws, and riding your motherfucking motorcycle. That's what it's about. And being a good brother, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned so much from it. I never had a big brother. I was the big brother. I had little brothers. So to have these men that was willing to talk to me about real life things, man, was like one of the best things that ever happened to me. Like I said earlier, like it's so many good men in this club, dude, that I heard say some things that I wish I heard years before I joined Red Breed. Like, for example, I heard a man say, hey, I ain't cheated on my wife for 40 years. You understand? Like, where I come from, man, we gonna touch every woman that they gonna let touch it. So being freshly divorced from a beautiful woman, you know, one of the beautiful women God has ever made, and I'm talking about inside and out, she still is. And just being freshly divorced from her, I was like, damn, I should have joined Red Breed 2 years ago because I still have my wife, you know what I'm saying? Because I would have heard that man say what he said, and it would have affected me the way it affected me.
Wow.
So that's how Red Breed is. That's one way Red Breed has helped me. But of course, like any other organization, we got, even though I'm an asshole, we got some either bigger assholes in there too. But you know, we all good.
So let's talk about the day that your incident happened. Now this ain't the first time that you went down either, right? You went down how many times
That's
before?
Right. Are you speaking of
just how many times? Just as a breed, how many times you went down? Yeah, well, that too. But let's just talk about all of it. Since when you were a breed, just talk about some of your trials and some of the trying times that you had as being a breed. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, man, October 12th of 2014, I was a Red Breed, and I got shot in the back of my head and in my neck. And that was October, like I said, man. And in March, I was on the road. That's when I ran into you in Arizona. I got back on my motorcycle. God healed me, man, and gave me enough strength, man. I couldn't ride out of Detroit, so I had to ship my bike to Atlanta. And my brother DK took me to pick my bike up in Atlanta, and then I got on the road with Snowman and some other brothers and sisters from Atlanta, man, and they couldn't believe that I was back out there 5 months later after being shot in the head and been in the neck and been, said I was dead. A lot of people, they told people I was dead. So, man, that's just a blessing from God, man.
Let me tell y'all. See, that's what I'm trying to show you. This shows how hard-headed and how much of a dude he is, how much of a person he is to deal with. Because like he just told you, shot in the head, shot in the throat, not supposed to be nowhere even out of the house. He trying to ride a motorcycle, not just, around the neighborhood. He trying to go from Atlanta to California.
No, not trying. I did.
And I mean, not trying, but yeah, he did.
Yeah, man. But I just get that up to my brothers, man, just because I wanted to be around them. You understand? So that's where it comes from. Like if it was people I didn't want to be around, it wasn't good people. You ain't gonna want to do that. I might have would have did something else. But I wanted to get back to the people that I was comfortable around, people that showed me, how to be a better person. So I wanted to be around that because that's why I started to ride the motorcycle, to be around better people, not just the street people that I've been involved with for 30 years.
Yeah.
So that's what that was about.
So that's your first incident. Let's go to the second one.
Wow. So
he said,
wow. So on that trip, actually, right, on that trip there, I believe that was that trip.
That was that trip.
Back, we're coming down in Texas. I know what you get to. We're coming down Texas, man. And crazy ass snowman. I love Snowman, man. Crazy Snowman. Well, it was me and Warren fault, but that's off the record there. But I was low on gas because I didn't fill up when they told me to fill up.
Listen to what he said, y'all. Because I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this, man. He didn't fill up when everybody else filled up, and they told him to fill up. He didn't do that. Keep going.
That morning we supposed to top the gas off, And I get to the gas station. We busy, me and Big Worm and Snowman, we laughing at other stuff. And I don't fill my tank up. So we get on the road and ride. Now we're in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like R10, R20, and then our son then went to zero, went to nothing. So I was telling Snowman how long I'm low on gas, and Snowman just kept doing me like this, like, just come on, just come on. He was dragging me like you was sending them text messages, drag their ass. Yeah, I remember all that.
Yeah, okay.
So in the midst of not getting gas, I was running out. So I took off. Because I'm like, shit, I don't want to be running out of gas. So I found the gas station. And I'm figuring because they know I'm going to the gas station, I figure they're going to see the first gas station and come up on the road. They went on by me. So now I got to play catch up. And then I get to this exit and make a right. And shit, I hit the dirt. The bike flipped, hit me in the head. I laid there. And shit, I had to call, Mayday, Mayday, I'm going down, exit 122 or something like that.
Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, man, we're laughing at this now, man, but you're talking about a strong individual. This dude L, man, this dude L is a hell of a motherfucker, homie. I'll go to war with this nigga with this man anywhere, and he's a good dude. But I'm giving you guys an example of when you come into the bike set and you kind of got your own get down, how you have to set that to the side. You got to set that to the side to understand how it all works. And the reason why Snowman again was telling him, come on, is because he's not supposed to be out of gas because we all topped off together anyway. So I got you. I'm not going to let you run out because we all got the same amount of gas. But he didn't top off. He doing other shit, not paying attention, doing other shit. So now you go down. Now you hit the Now you hit the Mayday. Where we at?
Man, we're in Texas, somewhere in Texas, man. Baco, Texas or something. And the best part though, man, I'm telling everybody, keep them singers in your ear, man, because when I was going down, I was on the phone with Big Worm, Red Breed ATL, and I'm telling him like, I'm going down exit 122, going down exit 1, I just kept repeating it as I was falling. And I'm laying there on the ground, man. The bike that hit me in the head. I'm laying there, got a big gash in the helmet. Snowman never know about that, tell you about that. So next thing you know, man, I heard the bike. I was like, okay, here come my brother got that. And they get there, anybody know Snowman, y'all know it's about to be some laughs, man.
You already
and he don't come talking about you all right. He don't come like you all right. He like, you dumb motherfucker, you know. Yeah. I'm like, man, I'm laying there. They got me in the back. They got me in the back of the ambulance. As soon as the ambulance door opened, this Snowman with a camera. And I'm laying there like, oh, my Lord.
Listen, man.
But you know, like.
Snowman called me. Snowman called me. Sel, you ain't going to believe what this motherfucker just went. I'm like, whoa. He like, L. Hard head motherfucker. We told him. I said, he thought we was going to stop for him. And we kept going. I mean, oh, man. But now you're in the back of the ambulance. So somewhere in Texas. You already had the other head injury. Now you done added this shit to everything else. All right, keep going. Where we at?
Exactly. So we sitting there, man, and it's just why you always got to do stuff the right way, man, and listen to the vets like Snowman, because what I did there was put everybody in jeopardy. Because what happened was the ambulance came, and then of course the police came. So now the police come. Now they want to check everybody's IDs. You understand? And that just, showed me like, I could have effed up a lot, not knowing what everybody else got going on. And I had a warrant, nevertheless. So now they sitting there holding me, talking about a warrant out of Michigan. And I'm like, man, no. So I'm on the phone with my lawyer and sitting there, and then a couple other brothers, I ain't gonna mention no names. They like, shit, we up out of here. They left. But they didn't leave us, but they left that area, and then they went further on. It's like we had to contact them, and then we all met back up. But I could have got every brother in there if they had warrants or something wrong with their bike. I caused unnecessary attention. So it was, something I learned from. You know what I'm saying? Something I learned from. It never happened again. And then after that, on July 12th of 2015, 9 months later, I was shot in the back while I was riding my motorcycle in Detroit on the Lodge Freeway. And they told me I'd never walk again, never move or feel anything from my waist down.
Hold on, did you lose? Yes, something went on.
So I'm sorry. It was a hard one, man. But it was a hard one, bro. It was hard. I mean, it wasn't the hardest thing I ever went through because I already had lost my son, my only son, my eldest child, to gun violence, October 3rd of 2008. So this being able to walk was nothing compared to that. You understand?
Wow.
So it was just something I had to deal with, though.
Yeah. So now so now you done got shot. You done been paralyzed. At that time, mentally, where were you? I mean, you said it wasn't his hardest thing, but I'm saying at that point now, do you say, okay, I went through all of that to end up where I am now?
Man, hey, it wasn't the hardest thing I ever went through. But shit, it wasn't easy. It was like damn, like not me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, man, I come to the party. The party's gonna start when I get there. When I leave, the party ended, basically.
Yeah.
You understand? Like when I'm at the party, I ain't sitting on the wall. I'm out there dancing. I'm from Detroit, so I ballroom dance. There's videos out there of me with that. I love kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always taking kids to baseball games, basketball games, football games. I'm always doing stuff in my community like that to help my nephews and nieces. That's just who Big L was, you know what I'm saying? That's who Lamont is. So not to be able to do all that, man, and not to mention, I have found this great hobby I can do, like it wasn't even a hobby, it's like a lifestyle now at that point. To ride a bike, and now I can't ride a bike. Then I got to see all y'all cats getting all this yonder, man. It was hard, man, but I had to get the right attitude in me. Once I understood like this was what it was gonna be, I got the right attitude, and I was like, come on, man, you know what to do. Come on, you don't listen to nobody all your life. You gonna listen to the damn doctor. You know what I'm saying? Come on, God didn't tell you wouldn't be able to walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, where your faith at now? You know what I'm saying? You always talk about God is good. Is God still good to you now that you land up in the hospital, can't walk? And my answer was yes, God still was good. So, from that point on, man, I said, the hell with that, I'm walking again.
Wow.
And I know what to do to do it.
They said we got some feedback coming from. Did you change something, a setting on your? They said we got some feedback after I talked. That's what we got.
No, I'm still the same.
You still the same? So let me see. I haven't touched nothing or done nothing, so we're going to have to see what it is. Hello. Let me see. All right, let me hang up and hit you right back. It may be just that feed. Let me hang him up, y'all, and hit him right back and see if that's what it is. All right, is that big? Yeah, that's better, I think. Yeah, that's it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Right, we good. So we at the point now. Now you're down. Now you've been paralyzed. Like you said, watching everybody go through their thing. This question to you is: how has it been with the club, with Rare Breed? Have they been there for you? Have they been supportive? Have you had times where you just wanted them to just go on and just forget about L and just where you at with that?
Well, okay, so when I first got shot the first time, the support was tremendous from my club. Seeing brothers coming from all over the country to Detroit, you know what I'm saying, in the winter months to check on their brother, you understand? And I was only their brother a year or two, you know what I'm saying? They still came and checked on me. And then after I went down and got shot in the back, got paralyzed, shoot, man, I got a picture somewhere, man. It's like the whole club was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Came across, man, and you know, I want to say this. I'm so happy you asked that question, bro. Man, my club, man, has been so supportive of me from day one. You understand me? And I don't want to start mentioning names because it'll be, disjustice to the ones that I leave out. But they've been so great to me, brother. I mean, like, from not being able to go upstairs in my house at the time, my club gave me the money to buy a lift that took Big. So Big L didn't have to sleep in his family room. He was able to go up and enjoy his bedroom. Whenever I wanted to, I had to roll to the stairs, get on this lift that took me upstairs. Rebbery Motorcycle Club bought that. That came out of Rebbery Motorcycle Club. Money in my pocket. Guys would come through and handing me, it's like like the mafia movies, handing me envelopes, man. And I'm looking through it like, what the hell? This man, he ain't owe me no money with this for. You understand? Those things like that. And then one thing that stuck out to me, man, because, like, you heard of bylaws, you got to have a bike, you can get hurt, you got to have a bike within 90 days or such, whatever it is, right? So I'm hearing this, and then people that know they talking about, they telling me this. I found out later, but anyway, I remember my national president. Well, he was the president of L.A. at the time, Fast Fred. I remember him coming to my house in Detroit, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get back on my feet, prayers. I'm gonna get back on my feet. I'm gonna get another bike. He said, Big L, don't worry about another bike, man. You're gonna be a member of this club forever. Don't worry about that. He said, just get better. Don't worry about buying another bike. He said, just get better. You understand? And then months later, about a month or two later, I got a phone call from, at that time, was my president, Ghost. And that's when they offered me the retirement status, because they did it because, I heard so many reasons why they did it, man, but they did it because they wanted me to stop worrying about getting back on a motorcycle club, on a motorcycle bike. I mean, getting back on a motorcycle, they wanted me to concentrate on getting better. So they want me to think of, like, just because I wasn't on a bike, that they was going to kick me out the club. So that's how great my club been, man. And that's why I talk about Rebbery Motorcycle Club the way I talk about them. It's because what they did. Like, they paid their way already with me. They ain't got to do nothing else for me. I'm always support them. And I'm an asshole. I can be still an asshole. I'm a better man now. But I might mess up any time, man. I'm going to take all the hats, the shirts, the jackets, the cuts, and I'm going to package up, and I'm going to hand deliver it to whoever they tell me to deliver it to. But I'm going to still support Rebbery Motorcycle Club, whether I'm an active member, a retired member, or they done kick my stupid stuff out for whatever stupid reason I gave them to. I'm going to still support Rebbery Motorcycle Club to the day I die. And that's because they treated me.
We're going to take a break, man, pay these bills, man, and we're going to come right back. Because the question I want to ask you is this, L, is that, and I want y'all to, I'm going to lead you with this. We go to break real quick. With all of that being said, and I want y'all to hear this, because I want you to hear somebody who y'all done heard life-threatening situations, and he in a situation now where, he can't walk, he's paralyzed, and all he wants to do is be a rare breed. That has to speak volume for that organization. We're going to pay some bills, and we'll be right back, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Eco One, the superior eco-friendly motorcycle and auto detailing spray. Eco One super wetting and low foaming polymer technology cleans by flowing underneath the dirt particles and lift them away from the surface. All you need to do is spray, wipe, and watch the amazing shine appear. All of this is done with very little time and effort, but the results look like you spent all day waxing your vehicle. Eco One. Don't ride dirty. Montana Cigar Company sells premium cigars and accessories. Located in Union City, Georgia at 4641 Flat Shoals Road, Suite C, Union City, Georgia 30291. Montana Cigar Company offers a smooth, laid-back, serene, mature adult environment for cigar aficionados. Discounts for all the first responders, military, teachers, and nurses. Come enjoy your favorite games and boxing matches on our big screen TVs. We also have a poker table where you can come and try your luck. Select Luxury Cars, proud sponsor of the FHO Podcast Live Show. The most diverse luxury vehicle selection in the greater Atlanta area. The highest quality customer service and unmatched nationwide pricing. Contact Mike Goodall at 678-855-2292 to schedule your appointment today. Select Luxury Cars, trusted family dealer since 1994.
What's up, Big Sale? This is your boy Passionate from Enlightened Ministry Biker Church from Los Angeles, California. When we're not riding, we listen to FHO Podcast Radio.
What's up? This your girl, Lil Tigger. I'm chilling with my boy, Big Sale, and you'll listen to FHO Podcast Radio.
Yo, this hot boy from the Red Breed Mother Chapter out of Compton, California. You tuned in to FHO, all the way from 310 to the 404. Y'all know how this shit go.
Say, man, don't forget Wednesday night.
You're listening to MC 101 Talk Show. Live. Hosted by Two Guns. Co-hosted by Big Cell. And we talking straight motorcycle protocol. Tune in every Wednesday around 7 p.m. for pure motherfucking facts on FHO Podcast Radio. MC 101, where motorcycling is life.
Hey, man, we back on FHO Podcast Radio. I'm in the studio via video with my man, Big L, man. Detroit, one of the Detroit G's and legends out that way, man. And we're talking about how does it feel when you actually lose the ability to ride your motorcycle and life is happening and you got to get well and this whole conversation, which you guys have heard him mention, is that he missed his club and he missed his club brothers. And I'm going to say this, I said that to say this, is that in a time of tragedy, homie, you would think that a person is nowhere near even giving a fuck about a motorcycle or even caring about a motorcycle at this point. I got to get back right and I got to get back healthy. But all you've been hearing is how his brothers, his club, has helped him to be a better person, has wanted him to get back on point. And it was a concern to him to the point to where they had to come up with something to ease his mind. Look, bro, you just get back well. Don't worry about losing this because we got you over here. And to me, L, it just sounds kind of crazy that you would be even worried or concerned about that. But tell the people why that was big for you, why that had to be for you.
I mean, I never in my life, man, been part of anything, to be honest, good. I mean, since the early age of 15, you know, like even, you know, being in the streets, doing what I did, doing what I wanted to do. I'd be willing to say doing what I had to do, but I didn't have to be in the streets. But, you know, I was in there doing what I wanted to do, man. And like Red Breed was the first time I was ever involved with something that was bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was bigger than me. It was bigger than Big L. And it was something I needed. Like the guys I told you about earlier, like Lil D or whatever, like, don't get me wrong, these guys were some real men, and some of them had been in the streets before and got out the streets. So when I got into the motorcycle set, it was to get out of a certain, you know, to deal with different people other than street niggas. Let's put it how it is. So I had my street niggas and I had my bike niggas. And so they was like, the bike niggas was like square, you know, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but they were square. So like, it was where I had fun, where I had peace at, like, I can go out of town and get a room and sleep in another room, you know, with a guy, whereas I never would let no nigga sleep in the house with me. I ain't gonna sleep in the house with no nigga that I was dealing with in the street.
Yeah.
You understand? But dealing with these guys, I was able to lay my head and get some rest with, stuff like that, man. So it was like the best thing I had going. I just wanted it. I wanted more of it. Like, I had to have that because that was the only thing that was good in my life, man. And I didn't want that shit to end. Like, I can't let it end. I got to get back. That's all it really was.
So did that drive you getting back? So getting back, did that help drive you to say, hey, I got to get back, I got to get well? Because at one point, what y'all don't know is he left Detroit and moved to Texas because they had a better rehabilitation center in Texas. And just dealing with all of this, just life change. I'm talking about life completely changed, and life as you know it, you no longer can walk, and now you got to depend on people. In the process, you're talking about lost a good lady, good woman because you was in the streets and all this other stuff. And with all of that, and I'm trying to wrap my mind around, like, wow, how, to be going through what you're going through, and to be to have these other issues, but to be worried about a bike or a bike club, that just says a lot. To be worried about if these cats gonna still be down with me, if I'm gonna still be able to rock with these cats, Right now, I don't even have no legs, and I'm telling the prayers, hey, prayers, I'm finna get back on the ground, not even having a clue, and they already told you you're not going to even walk again.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's just what it was. Like, I had to get back, man. Like, it was more than that reason.
Yeah,
but that was, like, one of the most reasons, like, other than me just being stubborn, like, I can't let these motherfuckers win. You know what I'm saying? The people who shot me. I can't let that, like, no, they can't win. I'm never, like, no, that can't happen. Like, hell no. I got to have the last laugh. You understand? And then, going through so much of hearing, how something happened, like, you probably heard a million reasons on why something happened to this guy or this guy. Like, I heard so many reasons on why I got shot, both of the times I got shot. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I wish some of that shit was the truth.
It would make better sense.
Yeah. I wish some of that shit was the truth, man, but it wasn't. I'm like, damn, that should have been why it was happening.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, like, so I had to put him. I had in my mind, like, nah, niggas, hell no. Nah. You motherfuckers ain't strong enough to beat me.
Yeah.
Hell no. Nah. Like, and I knew that if I gave it my all, I could live with the results. But if I didn't give it my all and look back, and then I see somebody else walking that was in the same predicament I was, and they sitting there telling me that they worked out every day, they changed their diet, they did X, Y, Z. I'm like, and I'll be like, damn, I should have did that. So that's me, like, shit, I'm gonna do everything. And if it don't happen, it's gonna only be because God don't want it to happen. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't His will. So I was like, hey, when I was praying to God every day, I'm like, I'm begging Him, make this your will. Like, I'm gonna do my part, like, make this your will. And just to God be the glory. Like, man, it all start and end with God when it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? So to God be the glory, bro, for real.
So in your recovery, how long has it been since you first started trying to recover? And
well, I got shot July 12th of 15. I really wasn't able to start doing no serious anything until I want to say maybe like January that 16. I was able to start like getting. They had done taught me how to get out the bed, get in and out the wheelchair, to clean myself up, stuff like that. So probably like January, February 16 is when I started back going to the gym.
Because you've always been a solid cat as far as muscle bound and all of that. You've always been that. So I mean that's just always been what it's been. And
that's one thing that helped me too.
Yeah, was being in good shape. Let me show y'all something. I'm finna share something with these people, man, and I want them to see this, man. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. All right, for everybody that's watching, let me show y'all something real quick. Oh no, that's not it. Yes, it is. Hold on. Here we go, right here. All right, so this is my man today. After being told that he would never walk, and after being told, hey, we've done it all, and you hear his determination, this is my man right here, getting down right here. All right, for everybody that's watching. Okay, hold on.
Told y'all to take the breaks, Dad. Just Pick it up then, baby. I got it.
Look at him, y'all. All right, so this is my man today. After being told that he would never, it's coming in on repeat, but I want being told, hey, you've done it all, and you hear his determination. This is my man right here, getting down right here. All right, for everybody that's watching.
This how you walk into 2020.
Walking into 2020.
Pick it up. You got to believe it in order to achieve it, right? You got to believe it first.
All right, so this is after being told that he would never. It's coming in on repeat, but I want
you to believe it. In order to achieve it.
There it is, there, man. Determination.
Make God
this
first.
Is my man right here getting down.
That's your number one desire.
All right, for everybody that's watching. Wow, I just showed them the video. Woo. Hold on, y'all. Getting emotional. Hold on, y'all. Wow. What was that moment for you?
Man, I don't know, man. I ain't really got no words for it. Like, I'm just thankful to God, man, and just thankful for my grandmother, man, that she raised me up, put that foundation under me, so I knew who to call when I was in a time of need. And so it all starts and ends with God, man. And I just give him all the glory, man, because it was days that I literally wanted to get out to bed but couldn't get out to bed because of the pain. There was days that mentally I was shocked. So to see that there's like, damn, I'm glad I did get out to bed the days I didn't want to get out to bed. I'm glad I, decided to change my life, and the people I hung around and the people I let, leech off of me. Like, that's what I see when I see that, like, a transformation. Like, I did it. Like, I changed the things that was necessary to change, and I did the things necessary to get there. It didn't come easy. And so I put in that work, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like you, like your podcast and things that you do. You look back like you know what you did to get this. It didn't come easy.
At all.
You put in that work. So that's what I see. Like, that's that work I put in.
Yeah. So
what's that?
When you sit up, man, and you watch the videos, us out there riding and us out there, joking and laughing, and what does that do for you?
I be hating you niggas. I be hating you niggas and women.
So you feel the same way I feel when I catch Flocko. I turn on Facebook and this motherfucker Flocko. I'll be like, man, fuck this, man. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
You did right. I be mad as hell. Like, these motherfuckers. Okay, and just, hey man, I have literally. God is my witness, man. I have literally seen my brothers and a lot of people from the motorcycle set out getting that yonder, like really like when it's time to go to California. Oh yeah. My Lord. Go to Arizona. Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
I have literally had to get off the thing. I literally shut my phone off and then go straight down to the gym.
Yeah.
Or go to the
gym. You can't stand it. Yeah.
That whole weekend, I ain't on Facebook, nothing. You go back on some of them years and you'll see. From the 20th of June to the beginning of July, you don't see me on Facebook. I'll be mad as hell. Like, I can't see it. I can't take it.
Can't take it.
No, man, but it's just, they'll tell you, like, I be on, we all got private text messages and chats and stuff. Yeah. I be in there cussing their ass out. So, but, it's all that fun, though. You know what I'm saying? They support me and I support them. And I haven't even said that on Facebook. Like, I ain't there with y'all, but if somebody go down, y'all need so let me know, because I'm only a flight away, or I can get in the truck and come pick up a bike if y'all in my area, whatever. Like, I'm here to support them. Like, they know that. You know what I'm saying?
So, brother, to me, this show was important because we always talk about all of the, the goods, the bads, the ugly of the bike set. Brother, you are an inspiration to me. I remember I called and told you that. I said, L, I'm not gonna let you down, bro. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep preaching. I'm gonna keep putting it down. And this is. I even kind of spoke on it a little bit this morning, man. You guys don't know how many negative phone calls I get, how many emails and text messages and death threats and everything else I get, because I want you guys to have this motorcycle stuff the way I have it and the way I know it and the way I love it and enjoy it. And I put it out there for you, and I tell you the truth. And L is one of the people that I told. I said, brother, I'm not gonna let you down. I'm not there with you, but I'm gonna be, I'm gonna give you everything that I can give you from my perspective, from what I can do. Everybody got a role to play. When you got friends and you got people that's in your life, you got a role to play. And my role to play is what I'm doing. L's role to play is what he's doing. This morning, brother, you have given a lot of hope and a lot of inspiration to people that may even be considering giving up on a bike club or haven't or don't know what brotherhood is or looking for brotherhood or whatever it may be. You feel what I'm saying? You've given that example of, hey, and confessing, listen, I was hell to deal with. Big L was hell to deal with. I'm telling y'all now, anytime you take a general and you take them out the top seat and put them in the ranks, that's a hard adjustment. You understand what I'm saying? And with that, man, and seeing you grow and seeing you never give up and watching you, man, in good status, man, I just want to tell you, thank you for this call this morning. Thank you for allowing me to do that. Thank you for sharing that with the people, man. And it's just a beautiful thing, man. It's for me, again, whatever you thought you was going through, this man just went from never walking again to walking into 2020. Let me say that one more time. This man just went from never walking again to walking into 2020. And I can imagine what you're going to do for the rest of the year, running into everything else.
That's the next goal, man. I set goals, man, long-term, short-term goals. I've been like that all my life, really. So, it's just like that same principle that you had and whatever else you were doing, you got to have that same principle. And, I had to have that same principle in walking again. So the goals, I set goals. So now my next goal now is, you remember when we were in Houston?
Yeah.
You were at that, we had an event. You were sitting at I think it might have been Kings of the South. It was somebody, I don't even think it was Kings of the South, it was somebody else. But we were in Houston, remember that? We ran into each other in Houston.
Uh-huh.
And I told you, I said, I'm going to walk again. I'm down here in this rehabilitation program. I'm about to learn how to walk again. I'm going to walk again. Same way I told you that, man, I'm going to sit there and tell you this. One day, I'm going to walk without that walker. One day, you're going to see me, how you go to school, you learn how to run. You got to walk, skip, gallop, and run.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be skipping one day, I'm going to gallop one day, and I'm going to run one day.
And I'm even willing to tell you this. I will ride with you again one day.
That part there, sometime soon, too.
Big L, man, if you
said something earlier, Sir.
What'd you say?
You said something earlier, man, about you getting death threats and people hating you and this and that. Hey, man, the devil never mess with you when you're doing his work. You understand? He leave you alone.
Yeah.
But when you're doing good, when you're trying to be a better person, that's when he mess with you because he left him because you're doing good now and he don't like that. So the death threats and all the hating, that's come because you're doing something good, bro. So embrace that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we come from the streets, man. So that shit don't scare us, man. That shit is just another day in the neighborhood, man. You feel what I'm saying? I got too many people praying for me, man, to be worried about anything other than doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is telling the truth. So it is what it is.
Faith and fear don't go together, brother.
That part right there.
Faith and fear don't go together.
So, L, what would you leave a person with, man, that's listening to this, that's hard-headed, that's a G, not hard-headed, but just got their own agenda, man, and they're out there and they're living in the world right now and they don't see it. What would you tell them?
Man, Are you speaking of like the niggas in the street life?
Just life.
Or are you talking about
just life? Period. Whatever it may be.
Okay, so the first thing, man, you gotta prioritize, and we got to understand like the kids gonna do kid stuff, and we got to allow them to do kid stuff. But when you become older, you're supposed to become more wiser. You're supposed to become more mature. And when you get to that point, you have no reason on doing stuff that you did back when you were 5 years old. It's like I heard before somebody said, the same things you want, the things you want at the age of 25 for Christmas shouldn't be the same things you wanted at age 5 for Christmas. You understand? So when your life, you got to find out what it is that you want out of your life. And sometimes you got to cut people off, right? You got to leave them people alone because they're not meant to go to that next journey with you, to that next level with you. But if you out here, man, and you used to be in the general, used to be in charge, it ain't nothing wrong with sitting back sometimes, sitting in the seat and then just being a regular member. Like I never wanted to be a president Red Breed motorcycle. I never wanted that. Like I was sergeant at arms and I should have turned that shit down. But that's another story. because I know I've been a leader all my life, right? But I would have been a better leader if I would have been under the tutelage of some older men like yourself, or you're not even older, like men that done been leaders also. You know what I'm saying? We could be the same age or they could be younger than me. But to see how they lead, to see how they get their troops confidence up, how they get their troops to fall in line. I could have learned a lot from the leaders of Red Breed Motorcycle. I could have learned a lot from you. I could have learned a lot from a lot of other men and women on the motorcycle set, right? But the only way I'm going to learn that is to sit back, shut my mouth, and observe, listen, write down the things necessary to help me become a better man, a better person. Forget a better motorcycle rider. It's all about being a better person. So as I sit here now, man, like I'm just a better man, man. You know what I'm saying? And I still get attacked. I still hear things that I'm supposed to did, or I hear this like, man, but where I come from, man, that's all talking to you, step into my circle. You know what I'm saying? You get in my atmosphere, then you're going to see why they say Big L was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I admire the motherfuckers that talk from a distance. That just show me they smart. They don't come in my circle.
Because I remember, like I said, even when we first met, man, I was like, man, this dude is off the chain. I said, man, what the fuck? You're like, what's that, a big thing? I mean, and me and you just took right then and there, man, because I guess I'm just crazy like that. I ain't scared of nobody. I guess it just is what it is for me. Like, so I don't know, man, but brother, I love you. I thank you for taking this time out of your day, man, to get everything situated, man, and to explain it and to tell it and to share it and to show people that, listen, man, we as black people have overcome so much and there's still so much more to go. But when you hear stuff like this, it makes you set aside all the little bullshit that you've been going through and all those shit you've been worried about, and to get to the next level and to find out, what it is to be strong. Brother, I applaud you. Awesome dude. Like I tell you all the time when I talk to you, every time I see you do something great, I hit you up. Yo, I see you down there. I see you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just a beautiful thing, L, brother. You're a beautiful dude, man. I'm glad that you never gave up, man. And I'm glad that the club was there for you to make sure that you never gave up. And I'm glad that we as black men, was there for you to ensure and to instill in you never to give up, brother. So that's just what it is, man.
That's it right there. Thing for me, man, I would want it to be, fight for what you believe in, like fight for what you want. If you want to walk again, man, it's necessary things that you're going to have to do. At least be able to, that you gave it your all. And then the other thing, man, is like, you got to remember, it's like a lot of people out here doing a whole. Then you know what I'm saying? Like, even in my condition, can't walk. Well, I can walk now, but can't walk like I used to walk. It's still people that's doing worse than me. Like, when you go to a rehabilitation, take time and go to a spinal cord rehabilitation center one day and just walk around. Just tell me you want to just look in. And you're going to see so many people, situations, it might make you respect life more, appreciate your life more. Because there's a lot of people out here doing real bad, man. And if I help one person.
Every time he gets a phone call, it cuts him out. He's getting phone calls on his end. Hold on. There you go. You back on.
Yeah. So, like I said, man, I know God say, bring one person to him and that's job well done. But I've been greedy all my life, so I'm gonna be greedy. I want to bring at least 1,000 people and let them get to know the Lord and see how his power can work in you. But you got to believe it first. If I never would have believed I would walk again, I wouldn't be able to get up right now and walk. Because if I'd have felt like I wouldn't walk again, I wouldn't walk again. And I know that sounds cliche-ish or whatever, man, but it's the truth. If you believe you can do something, you can do it. When you start thinking that you can't do it, you ain't gonna never do it. You know what I'm saying? So I just thank God that I knew that. And like now my number one desire, and I have to keep reminding myself is, like my number one desire now is not to really walk better or run and nothing. My number one desire is to get closer with the Lord and always give love to people and show love to people. And then my second is to be a better father, uncle, a grandfather, a better club brother, a better man, a better neighbor. So that's all second and third there. The first is to be a better, I just desire to be more of a, just love, man. Like, what God wants us to do is give love. So that's where I'm at, man. And I love the bike set. I love everybody. I make it so easy to love me now. I don't know why they don't love. Everybody don't love me, man. But I'm going to still love. I'm going to get love.
Boy, look here, boy. Boy, you know damn well it was hard to love Big L back then.
It is. Hey, it is now, though, Sal. I didn't say it was.
Oh, okay. It's easy. It's easy now, huh?
Yeah, it's easy now to love him. Because that's all he want to give back to you is love.
Well, brother, we love you, man.
Thank you, man.
Man, listen, man. Thank you, brother. For real. I'm telling you how powerful this message was this morning, man. Just for people to see you and hear you smile and hear you laugh and still have those memories. You understand what I'm saying? To still have those memories that'll be with you forever and a day, man. And now they'll be with us, and just to hear how people were there for you that you just met. All of it, brother. We thank you.
Man, I thank y'all, man. Everybody out there that all the well wishes and all the support for the last 4.5 years, man. I truly appreciate every last one of you guys, men and women, man. I love all y'all, man. I appreciate it. Like, that's where I got my fuel from, from y'all, man. When I go to these events and everybody coming up to me, I'm praying for you. I see you working. Keep at it. Man, that's like filling my tank up. That's why I always tell my brothers, like, when I left, the first time I was able to stand up for 30 minutes without holding on to anything was after I left California this past June.
Okay.
So I was off for therapy, but they wanted me to be able to stand up for 30 minutes without holding on in order to go to the next phase of the project. So when I came back that Tuesday, I stood up first time for 37 minutes.
Wow.
And that's after I got gassed up from all my brothers and everybody on the motorcycle set. So that's how your support can help people. I got back, man. I was mentally ready, physically ready. Like, man, I got to do this. I got to get back on the bike.
And then seeing how we ain't babying you. We don't give a fuck. We ain't babying no Big L. Big L ain't, when he come around, what's that, L, you good? Yeah, but we ain't no pity party over here, player.
No, sir. Hell no. Don't want it. No, I've never been one of the pity parties.
Yes, sir.
But I do love the support, though, man. And that's one thing about the motorcycle shit, man. I've learned that, like I say, how I got in the club was from good men. And that's you. It's good. If you give out good gonna come to you. But there's more good people in the set than it is bad people.
Yeah. And especially like I said, when you out there riding your motorcycle, because it all comes from riding your motorcycle. I tell anybody, hands down, I promise you. If you want to see the real cats, ride your motorcycle. You're going to run into them. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. So, brother, we love you, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, brother. It's an honor and a pleasure. I'll be calling you, as I do later on just to check on you, man, and all that. So, the next part is now you got that. So now it's time for you to walk without the walker. And then, we're going to wait on everything else. And then I figure, let's see, the new 2020 CVOs come out normally around. They come out normally around August, September, and knowing you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, man, I have no comment on that. Right now.
Well, brother, we love you, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, man.
I love y'all, man. Big L love everybody, man.
Peace, man. That's my man, Big L, y'all.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. Big L in the building, y'all. Again, just trying to bring you, whatever you thought you was going through, knock it off. Trust me, man. And it's there. As always, man, as we close this thing, man, stay tuned too. I got my man coming in the studio 1 o'clock. Brand new sponsor for the show. He got a hell of a thing going. He done put this thing together. He done built it by himself. Came up with the idea, put it in motion. Another black man doing some great things. Another person on the bike set. I keep telling you, everything we want is right here on the bike set. All you gotta do is get in tune and check it out. Everything you want, need is right on the bike set. So 1 o'clock we'll be back live. If you're doing something, make sure you're back 1 o'clock my time. So whatever time it is for you now, we'll be back. So it's 11 here. So in 2 more hours, we'll be back on in about 2 more hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes, y'all. So stay tuned. Love y'all. Enjoy your day, man. Good interview with Big L. We gone, man.
I'm enjoying my motherfucking life. That's all I'm saying. I advise you to do the same. Do shit that make you happy.
What up? This is Chris from Exclusive Sounds. When I'm not doing music on bikes, I'm tuned in to the FHO Podcast Radio.
Yo, what's up, man? This is your boy, man, Mr. Let Me Hold Something himself, DJ Dirty. And you're listening to FHO Podcast Radio with my main man, Big Cell, the FHO ABCDEFGHNIC. Big Cell, come on, man, speak on it, man. Let's ride.
What up, y'all? This Big Punch from the motherfucking Candy Shop. We chilling over here with Big Cell, man, the FHONICKEMMY, man, you know what I mean? All them alphabets, man. My nigga got all that shit going. Holla.
Big Cell. You still keeping it 100. Well, keep hitting those asses with the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.